Hello, scrapbooking buddies. I'm here today and we're going to be using the National Scrapbook Day Project Recipe Kit. When you get these are beautiful this year. This is the 2022 one. They come with directions to make these really fun pages. And I have also done a very simple one, which is what we're going to do today, using my Paper Pack to Pretty Pages method. So let's go ahead and get started. So you need the project recipe that comes with all the paper and the cardstock and the stickers, and you also need the 2022 National Scrapbook Day layered embellishments, okay? So on here, what it does is it tells you everything you need. So you need the kit, layered embellishments, a tape runner, repo tape. You can use foam squares if you like. Tools, you're gonna need a straight trimmer, one of the fun blades. I use the wavy, and a ruler, or you can use your mat. So let's go ahead and get started. So you're gonna start by pulling out the two pieces of paper to the left. So we're gonna take the kit, everything's in the kit that you need. So we're gonna take these two pieces, the one with the bumblebees and one with the blue flowers. And we are gonna use the cutting guide from page 3. We're gonna cut the bees and the flowers first. So you need your 12-inch trimmer. And then we're gonna go to page 3 and I'll show you that. You can get these at my Paper Pack to Pretty Pages site, and they are free. So just go ahead and click on that site and go ahead and let me know that you want a set, and I will send it to you. It's a PDF that comes to your email. So we're gonna put the bee paper in. I don't know that it really matters which direction. I kind of have the bees some are going up and sideways. That's the way I did it, but you can do it any way you want. So we're going to start, and here's the cutting guide. So we do 2, 2, 2, 3, 3. So we're going to start with the straight blade in here, and we're going to put it on the 2-inch line and do 2. And each time just making sure your paper is straight. 2, 2, and 3. Okay. And you can pile those up. And I usually pile my strips of mats just so that we can pull them easier later. And then we're gonna go back to our page 1, and it says to use the blue paper. It's kind of got like a geometric design to it. The back side of it is this beautiful plaid, okay? So this time we're gonna switch out the blade. And if you've never switched the blades in this 12-inch trimmer, it's awesome because they're all stored in the back, which isn't that great. Okay, so I'm going to use the wavy one, and it just slides out. And when you're ready to replace it, you just pop it up, pop it in there. And this time, we're going to be doing the same cuts, but we're going to have this fun, like, little design. So I want all my edges to have it, so I'm going to put it in just the first time and just kind of give it this, like, fun little cut so that all the edges have it. And then I'm going to flip it around. Each time your paper's just a smidge bigger than 12 by 12, so that's going to be fine. And we're going to do 2, 2, 2, 3, 3 again. So we're going to do 2. Once again, we're using the wavy blade. You can use any blade you want, or if you just want to keep it straight, that's fine too. It just kind of gives it a little extra something. I like the way it looks. Okay. And we're going to do 3. And I'm going to do just a smidge under 3, so it's just kissing that 3 line. Okay, and then we're going to turn this around because this is already we don't need to turn it around, sorry. And just so that it's just kissing that 3 line again, and then give it the fun edge that we want so that all the sides have that little fun edge. Okay, so now we're done with those, and now we're ready to cut our mats. So we're going to go back, and it says using the cutting guide from page 4, blue and light blue cardstocks from the kit. So once again, in the kit, Creative Memories has given us everything that we need. So we are going to be cutting mats. And these are all 4 by 6 mats. So let me go ahead, and we're gonna put our first cut's gonna come in at 4. And we wanna make sure that we change out our blade, okay? Unless you want all your mats to kind of have that fun wavy look, which is fun too. But let's go ahead and stick this back underneath here so we don't lose it. Okay. That's one of the features I absolutely love, is that they all store in and you don't have to worry about where did it go and I can't find it. I love that feature. Okay, so our first cut's going to come in at the 4-inch line. So when you read these, the first cut you do, first where you put your your paper is, always the first number you read. So we're going to do the 4. And then our second number is 6. So we're making 4 by 6 mats, which are really nice because your pictures are usually 4 by 6, and you can always trim off 1/4 or 1/8 of an inch, and you have a perfect mat. So the next cut is in at the 4. And just make sure you cut all the way through. Okay. And at the 6. Okay. And one more time, we're going to put that in at the 6. And we have one more piece of paper to cut, and that is our light blue. It's kind of like a cloud color, and it goes in at the 4-inch line. And at the 6. Okay. One more time at the 4. And 6. Make sure if you like this video that you go ahead and click the subscribe button. And if you click that little bell that's right next to it, every time I post a video, you'll get a notification. So make sure you do that. Okay, so now we're done with our trimmer and we're ready to start putting all of our pages together, okay? So we're gonna go to, each time I will tell you what the base papers are. So we're done with our trimmer, we'll set that out of the side right now. And our base papers this time are the blue geometric, which is one of them, the ones that we just cut. And I'm going to use my mats. It's a quick and easy way to measure when I need something measured. So I'm going to go ahead and use those. But you can use a ruler if you don't have 2 mats or 1 mat. It's just a quick, easy way. If I needed something 1 inch from the edge or 2 inches from the edge, it's a quick way to do that. Okay, so the second paper we're using is the cream honeycomb. And that looks like this. Okay, so let's put that on there and get that straight so you can see it in here. There you go. Awesome. So now we've got our strips and our mats all up here ready to grab, and we're ready to go back to the instructions. It says take one of the 3 by 12 geometric strips. Okay, so that's one of these, and we're going to flip it over to the plaid side and adhere 1/2 inch from the outer edge of page 1. So if you have a ruler, this is where you would measure 1/2 inch, but if you're using this, we've got here, this is the 12, this is the 11, and there's a little dash, so we know exactly where it goes. So if you line up your paper nice and straight in the middle, then you're going to be able to quick put this down without measuring it, and you're going to make sure that it's straight. So we're going to line this up 1/2 inch from the edge. Okay. And I line it up at the bottom. I line it up at the top. We make sure that's nice and straight. Okay. And here, then we're going to adhere 1/2 inch from the outer edge of page 1, which we just did. Adhere the 2 by 12 inch strip in the middle of that. Okay. So we're going to take this one that it's got the fun cut on it, and that's going to go in the middle of that. So go ahead and adhere that. And when you're sticking down, if you ever decide, oh, I like the opposite side of that paper, I mean, this one you wouldn't because it would be the same, but sometimes you might want to switch the mats around. Be creative when you're doing this. So go ahead and stick that in the middle. Make sure it's nice and straight. It'll actually line up right there on that 11 inch right there. So there you go. And then we're going to take the 3 by 12 geometric strip and adhere to the outer edge of this page. So we're taking this other blue one that we have. We're going to put adhesive on it. Right now I'm using regular tape, but we're going to use the repo tape later. I'll show you how to use that. So it's also going 1/2 inch. So go ahead and stick that down 1/2 inch, making sure that's straight. And then this time we're going to use one of the Fun Bee strips on this one. Okay, so go ahead and we're going to adhere that. And that's also going to go in the middle. So you're kind of lining it up between the 11 and the 9 if you're using a mat, okay? So we did that. So now we're going to take the 2 by 12 B inch strip, which is one of these, And we're going to adhere it 1/4 inch from the inside of page 2. Okay. And then we're going to take the same one, grab that one, on the green side. So it's the B, but we're just going to flip it over. And we're going to adhere that 1/4 inch from that page 2. So go ahead and grab both of those strips, and we're going to adhere them now. I totally love the National Scrapbook Day kit this year. It's so fun. Okay, so this time it's going 1/4 inch. So you line it up at the top. You line it up at the top up here. Then you get a nice straight look. And do the same thing again. And 1/4 inch. And 1/4 inch up there. Push it down. And there you go. Okay, so now we're ready to flip. We're ready to add all of our mats. So this is the way I put my mats on, but you can do anything you want. I put it kind of in between these openings, and I use 2 light blue ones on each page. Now you could just leave this if you wanted. So I'm going to give you a couple little tips and tricks on the mats. Some people don't like to put their mats down ahead of time because you're not sure how your pictures are going to go. Totally get that. So if that's you, you can just stack your mats up. We'll go ahead and decorate and everything. And then when you're ready to use the pages, put them down then. Or you can use the repositionable tape, which I love. You could just come in and put a little bit of repo in the back of the middle, and then go ahead and center that and put it down. Just so that if you wanted to move it later, you could. Or you could put a little bit of repo tape in each one of the corners, line it up and put it down. Or once again, you could just not do it. Because we could put a picture this direction. We could probably, if we were gonna do this later, we could decide to put pictures this direction and one this direction. So whether you wanna put the mats down, totally up to you, but I'm gonna go ahead and stick mine down today. But that's totally up to you. Okay. Then I'm going to do the same thing on this side, and then we're going to be ready to put a little bit of embellishments. So as I'm putting this down, I'm kind of just centering it in the opening. You can start at the top or the bottom. That way you get a nice, the mat's all nicely straightened as they go up or down, whichever way you want to go. And go ahead and stick the last one down. Okay, so now we're ready to embellish the pages a little bit. So we're going to be using the stickers. And we're going to be using the layered embellishments. So cute. So we are going to start with this beautiful little branch. Now these layered embellishments are not, they don't have adhesive on the back. So you are going to want to put a little bit of adhesive on that. Okay. And that's going to come in, and that's going right up here at the top of the page. Everybody can see what I'm doing. Yeah. And then I put underneath it the love together. And I just brought that underneath here a little bit. Okay, so we've got our little cluster here. We're ready to do one here. I've got enjoy every moment. And I kind of put this almost like lined up with this here. So kind of at the 4-inch line. Okay, came back and grabbed one of the layered embellishments, this beautiful like peach salmon color flower. We'll put some adhesive on that. Kind of tuck that right here. And then I put a little tiny bee. You could use foam squares on it, or you wouldn't have to. That's totally up to you. Right there. Then up here, I came in and put happy memories. They would look like 2 little flags. And I kind of just brought them in here. Bring that in here, and then I stuck another cute little bee. And once again, you could put foam squares on any of this or none of it. Okay, so we have finished our first 2 pages. So let's go ahead and set these aside, and we have 2 more pages to do. I hope you're enjoying just how fast this goes. I love taking a paper pack and turning it into either 4 or 8 pages. I take the theme packs and they go into 4, and then I take the regular paper packs and they go into 8. So we're using our green paper here. We'll go back to our instructions to make sure we don't miss anything. We have the green arrow paper on this side, and we have the blue cloud paper on this side. Then we're going to take the 2 blue flower strips with the bees and adhere them to the inside edges of both pages. Okay, so you can either use repo or regular on this. I'm going to use regular. And put those right in here. I like the way that looks when the pages are pushed together. I'll show you when we're done. But I love just bringing one thing into the one side and having it flow into the other side. So let's make sure I got that on straight. Okay. And we've adhered to both sides. Take the 2 by 12 geometric strips and adhere them next to them. So these kind of have the fun edge on them. So now you're going to get to see that a little bit. So we're going to put one here. And we're going to put one here like that. And then you can go ahead and adhere those. And I put it right next to, maybe just a smidge over, just so that we don't see any of those clouds. Put that down, and then put your other one down. Okay. And we're going to stick that one right next to it too. Make sure it's straight. And mine is about 1/8 of an inch from the 7 and the 5. That way I know I've got it straight too. Okay. Let's see. Next we're going to do, we adhered those next to them. Then we're going to use these beautiful long leaf stickers, the 12-inch stickers. And I put it straight down the middle. So for me, it's just starting right there. Ending right there. Okay, we're going to do that same thing on the other blue side. Starting right there. And coming up here. Okay, so now we're ready to add our mats. And we grab our stack of mats. And I have a blue, a light blue in this one, and then a dark blue right here, kind of lined up with that. And you can play with these any way you want. So whether you like them like this or like this. And then we have a dark blue and a light blue. So when I go to stick these down, I'll probably want these 2 sides to be similar. So like I'm going to start this one at maybe the 10. I know I'm going to put this sunshine sticker up here, so I just want to make sure that I have enough room. But let's go ahead and stick our mats down first. So I am going to put it here at the 10-inch, so about 2 inches from the top. And I'm going to want to use repo, just in case I want to move this when I use these later. And I've kind of centered it in the middle here, just to get a nice clean look at the 10-inch. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And just give it a little space in there. And then bring your last mat in for this side. And I'm kind of centering it in this open space here. Okay, now we're going to repeat that on this side. Okay, and I kind of got it centered. Now when you're using it on this side, you're going to be lining it up with like the 2. And the light blue. And then we're ready to do our last set of stickers, and we're almost done. Okay, so I've got the little people I love up here, and I'm going to put that right there. It might be fun to use foam squares on your kite to kind of give it that look like it's flying. You could do that, or you can just put it down like that. And then Hello Sunshine. I'm going to tuck it just a smidge underneath there. Okay, then I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to use our layered embellishment, and we're going to do the hello. So let's put a little bit. So this one I'm definitely going to want to use repo, and I'm going to show you why. Because when I go back in here to put those pictures in, I want to be able to lift this up. Because I'm going to have my pictures right here. and this is coming over the top of my pictures. So I'm going to definitely want to use Reap on that just so I can lift it back up when I do that. And then down here, we're going to do a little cluster. We're going to use our last one of our layered embellishments, which looks like this little cute little picnic blanket with picnic foods. I'm going to use regular on that. We're going to put that right in here. And then I'm going to use the perfect day. Kind of slide that underneath there. It's April here, and I'm so ready for a picnic outside. Because here in the Midwest, we just haven't seen a lot of good weather yet. So here you go. Hope you enjoyed that today. Now here's what it's going to look like. See how it looks very fun pushed together, and that's how it's going to look in your album too. So once again, this is Paperback to Pretty Pages, the National Scrapbook Day edition. Happy scrapbooking. We'll talk to you soon.